Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Platinum Collection of June 2024 to help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support would mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Nuclear Blaze, a 2D action-adventure game where you control a firefighter called to extinguish a massive woodland blaze. From the get-go, you'll find Nuclear Blaze to be a blast. You start by tackling the fire in the woods, but soon discover military vehicles and containers. This leads you to a mysterious facility not on any map. As you navigate through the building, you'll encounter various hazards, like exploding walls, electrical dangers, and backblazes. The gameplay is consistently engaging. You're tasked with extinguishing fires quickly before they reignite, and there are multiple ways to tackle each obstacle. If one route is too challenging, there's often an alternative path you can find. The game rewards you for thinking on your feet and adapting to the dynamic environment. You can unlock abilities as you progress, such as dodging or using your hose while climbing ladders. The mysterious story of the hidden facility unfolds as you delve deeper, adding an intriguing narrative layer to your firefighting duties. Visually, Nuclear Blaze is a treat. Its art style is reminiscent of Dead Cells, with detailed 2D environments and fluid animations. The audio complements the visuals perfectly, with excellent sound effects and a nostalgic soundtrack that harks back to the era of the Commodore Amiga and Atari ST. Though the game is short, lasting around 2 hours, its quality over quantity approach ensures a memorable experience. Hidden kittens throughout the game add some replayability. Nuclear Blaze is a fantastic debut from Deep Night Games, combining fast-paced action with a compelling story and striking visuals. This game is well worth your time. At number 2 we have Maniac, an overhead, over-the-top action game where you cause major havoc, create massive explosions, and pick up heaps of cash while evading the cops, feds, and even the army's most powerful jet fighters. Maniac evokes the spirit of classic Rockstar releases like Grand Theft Auto, combining open-world chaos with the dodge-everything excitement of Vampire Survivors. In Maniac, you find yourself in a wonderfully detailed open-world sandbox, reminiscent of the original Grand Theft Auto from 1997. You can steal cars, drop bombs, blow up taxis, punch innocent bystanders, and pretty much shoot anything that moves across various locations, including downtown, suburbs, mountains, bustling parks, and international districts. High-speed chases and massive shootouts are a staple, offering endless mayhem. The game's central conceit is a 20-minute timer, during which you must cause as much chaos as possible and collect cash. Each of the game's quirky characters, ranging from a drunk Santa to a homicidal clown, starts weak, but can be upgraded using the money you collect. Upgrades enhance your armor, attack strength, carjacking speed, vehicle power, gun speed, and more. While the action can become repetitive, the game offers side quests that involve targeting specific cars and civilians to unlock new characters. Each character has unique pros, cons, weapons, and special attacks, adding some variety to the gameplay. Despite the potential for burnout, the sheer insanity of the action keeps you hooked, as you can upgrade your abilities to ludicrous levels, creating massive multi-car explosions and becoming nearly unstoppable. Maniac's appeal lies in its balance of challenge and chaos. The game's good-looking graphics, smooth performance, and engaging open world make it worth your time. If you love causing mayhem and watching the world burn, Maniac is a bloody good time. At number 3 we have HyperParasite. In HyperParasite, you play as a parasite hunted by the world. This means you must survive against everyone, including cops, basketball players, firefighters, wrestlers, and even karate teachers. Your best strategy is to find and control a human host. As a parasite, you can take over enemies and play as them. If your host dies, you can control other enemies until their host body dies. If you die outside of body in parasite form, the run is over. You'll engage in twin-stick shooting, dodging bullets, and charging melee characters, while facing bosses and mini-bosses. Maps are procedurally generated, providing ample room to fight back. Environmental objects like exploding barrels and traps add to the chaos. Coins scattered around the map can be used to buy items or passive stat bonuses, and upgrades last until your run ends. The combat can be satisfying, depending on the character you control. Some characters are more fun to play, particularly projectile-firing characters like the Ghost Hunter or the Drug Lord. Melee characters can be challenging, due to slower attack speeds and vulnerability to being surrounded. Each character has unique weapons, stats, and special attacks, creating combat variability. The eclectic mix includes characters like a newspaper-chucking paper girl and a spike club-swinging diesel punk. However, To control certain characters, you must unlock their biological pathways and use coins, which can feel grind heavy. The game's 80s inspired aesthetic, with neon lights and a retro VHS filter, creates a distinct mood. The drum-heavy synthwave soundtrack complements the visual style, adding to the arcade-style throwback experience. While HyperParasite offers solid core gameplay and combat variety, it leans heavily on grinding to unlock characters. This might frustrate some players, but those who enjoy roguelites and top-down shooters will find plenty to appreciate in its plethora of playable characters and engaging combat. And number 4 we have Ingression, a 2D platformer that blends the best elements of Celeste and Portal. This challenging yet rewarding game features excellent level design, pushing you to the brink of frustration before the thrill of conquering its difficult stages. You play as Reiner, a thief on a mission to steal a time machine from an empire to prevent its creation. With the help of Dr. Kowalski, an Empire defector, you break into the Empire's base. Flashbacks reveal Maxine, another thief who tried the same task years ago. While the storyline provides some interesting moments, it mainly serves to drive the gameplay forward. Ingression excels as a precision 2D platformer, reminiscent of games like Celeste and Super Meat Boy. You'll face short but tricky levels, where a single mistake can send you back to the start. The game introduces a stamina bar for wall clinging and various mechanics to master. Portals add a unique twist, helping you traverse levels or transport platforms, creating a satisfying platforming experience. The level design in Ingression is brilliant. Each chapter introduces new mechanics, with themes like light-based objects and synthetic biomes. Chapters culminate in intense chase scenes, where drones pursue you, testing your mastery of the game's mechanics in thrilling, fast-paced sequences. Portals elevate the already excellent level design. They require precise timing and momentum to clear gaps and navigate complex puzzles. The most exhilarating moments come from executing intricate sequences involving portals and other mechanics, leaving you in awe of the developer's creativity. While the portals can sometimes be disorienting and the story is serviceable, Ingression shines in its gameplay. The flawless combination of platforming and portal mechanics pays homage to classic games while creating something unique and fun. If you're a platformer fan, Ingression is a must-play. And number 5 we have Blade of Darkness. Originally released in 2001, it's a 2D platformer that has inspired generations of fantasy action-adventure games. Re-released in 2021, it remains a challenging, gory, and rewarding medieval fantasy adventure that deserves your attention. One major drawback is a lack of plot. You get minimal story information, just a brief introduction to each area and the overarching goal of vanquishing a dark force. The world is rich in villainy and derelict fortresses, hinting at a deep lore that you never truly uncover. Despite this, you can choose your favorite hero, knight, barbarian, dwarf, or rogue, and enjoy battling through the game's diverse environments. The gruesome and gory combat is a major draw. You can hack off limbs and even use them as weapons, adding a bizarrely entertaining element to the game. Combat requires a rhythmic, dance-like precision, reminiscent of Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Monsters hit hard, so you need to master blocking and dodging. The game features diverse locations, from medieval fortresses to Indian and Egyptian-inspired temples, ensuring the world never feels stale. Each of the 4 playable characters starts at a different location with unique strengths and weaknesses. The variety extends to the enemies, each with their own combat intricacies. Progression in Blade of Darkness can feel disjointed due to the lack of NPC dialogue and side quests. The game is not linear, and you need to collect 6 runes to access the true end level, a task that the game doesn't clearly explain. While the graphics are dated, they hold a nostalgic charm. The re-release has updated the visuals to fit modern screens, enhancing the experience. Despite its plot issues and confusing progression, the challenging combat and diverse environments make it a must-play for action-adventure enthusiasts. If nothing else, the joy of beating an orc with its own arm is reason enough to check it out. And number 6 we have Siege of Avalon Anthology, a lovingly rebuilt version of the 2000 classic isometric RPG by Digital Tome. If you enjoy watching a story unfold or miss the late 90s surge of isometric RPGs, this game is a must-play. Despite some faults, a brilliant story lies beneath the surface. So beloved by fans, the community developers revived it 2 decades later. The game, initially released in 6 chapters, places you in a war-torn fantasy world, defending the citadel of Avalon from Shaohul hordes. You choose your character's gender, class such as fighter, scout, or magician, and starting stats, before diving into a narrative that evolves from finding your missing brother to juggling the fate of the world. Combat and character interactions drive the experience, with a rhythm to the fights that demands mastery. The game world, while not vast by modern standards, is rich of detailed characters and immersive environments. The lack of voice acting means you'll be doing a lot of reading, but the concise writing and atmospheric soundtrack keep you engaged. However, Siege of Avalon Anthology shows its age. The game does not guide you on controls, leaving critical mechanics like entering combat mode hidden unless you seek external help. This lack of direction extends to some quests, where vague instructions can hinder progress. Despite these flaws, the game's story and world building shine. Characters feel real, and the environments are richly detailed. The combat, once you understand it, is rewarding and immersive. If you're a fan of classic RPGs, Siege of Avalon Anthology is a nostalgic and worthwhile journey. At number 7 we have Yellow and Yangtze, a tile-laying game with a lot of player conflict. As the spiritual successor to Tigris and Euphrates, it shares many similarities but introduces notable improvements. The game involves placing leaders and tiles of different colors to form clusters, called states. Each placed tile scores a point if you have a matching leader in that state, and pagodas formed by clusters of 3 tiles grant ongoing points. The key challenge lies in balancing your scores across 5 colors, as only your lowest score matters in the end. The game is highly strategic and filled with player conflict. You'll engage in revolts, wars, and power struggles over pagodas. Each tile color and leader comes with unique abilities, adding layers of complexity. Reading other players' moves and managing tile draws keeps the game unpredictable and intense. The digital version excels in presentation. Direwolf's graphics and user interface are stunning, with detailed animations for every action. However, the visual effects can sometimes detract from the gameplay, and an option to simplify the display would be welcome. The tutorial missions are particularly well designed, making it easy to learn the game's mechanics. Beyond the tutorial, the digital edition offers a 9-scenario campaign, solo skirmish mode against AI opponents, and both local pass and play and online multiplayer options. While the online community is small, the asynchronous play feature allows you to have multiple games running. The digital edition of Yellow and Yangtze is an excellent way to learn and enjoy the game. While the long-term appeal may be limited due to the lack of face-to-face interaction, the strategic depth and immersive presentation make it a worthy addition to any board game enthusiast's collection. At number 8 we have Alba, a wildlife adventure. A vibrant open-world adventure game developed by BYO Games, known for Monument Valley and assembled with care. You play as Alba, a young girl spending her summer on a Mediterranean island in disrepair. The island's nature reserve faces destruction due to a dodgy property developer, and it's up to you and your friend Ines to rally the community and preserve the reserve. The game combines nature photography, collecting signatures for a petition, and engage in simple tasks to clean up the island. Capturing wildlife photos and logging them in a bestiary adds depth to the gameplay. The charming presentation creates an idyllic holiday island atmosphere with bold and memorable character designs. Its Latin axe-heavy soundtrack complements the summery feel, and the natural dialogues adds to the overall charm. Alba, a wildlife adventure, never takes itself too seriously, striking a balance between a feel-good experience and an important environmental message. With its heartwarming nature preservation theme, the game provides a delightful experience that can be enjoyed in a single session. From its charming visuals to its enjoyable gameplay loop, Alba, a wildlife adventure stands out as another success for BYO Games. So pack your bags with a smile and embark on this vibrant and life-affirming adventure. At number 9 we have My Little Universe, an exploration sandbox co-op game known for its origins on iOS and Android devices. In this game, you embark on a journey to collect materials across 7 different worlds, upgrading your gear to unlock new areas and progress further. While the gameplay may seem straightforward, there's more to discover as you delve deeper into the experience. Initially reminiscent of games like Forager and Minecraft, My Little Universe offers a mix of collection and progression mechanics. However, it distinguishes itself with its simpler gameplay loop, consisting of 9 worlds and various dungeons within each. These dungeons serve as gateways to unlocking new planets, populated with enemies, materials, and NPCs for trading. Despite its simplicity, the game provides a relaxing and enjoyable experience, perfect for unwinding with some background music or videos. Combat in My Little Universe can feel a bit clunky, but leveling up grants new perks until reaching level 10. However, dying results in losing levels and perks, which can be frustrating initially. Nevertheless, with upgraded gear and smarter gameplay, staying alive becomes more manageable. While the game lacks depth in combat mechanics, the auto-foraging feature and option for co-op play add to its appeal, offering a casual and enjoyable experience for players seeking relaxation and light entertainment. My Little Universe may not offer complex mechanics or deep storytelling, but its simplicity and charm make it a delightful choice for casual gaming sessions. Whether playing solo or with a friend, it provides a pleasant way to unwind and explore its colorful, voxel world. At number 10 we have Ozymandias, Bronze Age Empire Sim, a strategy game. In the game, you delve into the ancient world of Eurasia during the Bronze Age. The game offers a condensed experience of the era, allowing you to play through it in a single sitting. You'll encounter civilizations such as the Greeks, Babylonians, and even the Indus Valley and Genghis Plain, rarely seen in video games. The gameplay revolves around 4-act strategy formula, focusing on expanding your territory, exploring resources, and engaging in combat. With various game modes and scenarios including a tutorial and the story campaign, you can explore the historical maps and civilizations. Each faction has unique characteristics and starting positions, providing different strengths and weaknesses. Acquiring resources like knowledge, wealth, food, and power is crucial for your empire's growth and success. The combat system is straightforward, involving armies and fleets, and the game emphasizes strategic decision-making and choosing battles wisely. Cities play a vital role in defense and resource management, and their size becomes influential as the game progresses. Victory is achieved through fulfilling different conditions, mirroring the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The game offers a range of difficulty levels and multiplayer options, although the multiplayer experience may be limited due to a small community and potential imbalances. Ozymandias' Bronze Age Empire Sim has educational potential, especially for children interested in history. It abstracts complex concepts and accurately reflects historical developments. However, the multiplayer mode may not be as enjoyable, and single player remains the preferred option for many players. Overall, Ozymandias offers a unique and challenging strategy experience within the Bronze Age, making it an intriguing choice for fans of ancient history and strategic gameplay. Whether you're seeking a historical adventure or a strategic lunch break diversion, Ozymandias' Bronze Age Empire Sim delivers both in a compact package. And that's all for this bundle. This month's Platinum Collection offers a solid selection with some intriguing new titles making their bundle debut. While you still have familiar names like The Ascent, Scars Above, Alba, and My Little Universe, the fresh additions such as Nuclear Blaze and Maniac bring an exciting new dynamic to the lineup. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.